right, so Ezra Miller has been on the news. Now,
Ezra Miller.
before we start the story, we have to add something. Just because I want to remain consistent, right? And I don't want to make the same mistake that people did with Johnny Depp, although this is a lot more serious. I have to make a note that this is allegations. Serious allegations, but allegations
Nonetheless.
nonetheless.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to keep that in mind. Although if this is true, this is horrific.
Ezra has been in the news a lot lately, bro.
Yes.
A lot. And I don't know what DC or Warner Brothers are gonna do with him.
I don't know either. Um, it's crazy because the poor freaking guy from DC that he just finished dealing with freaking Amber, now he has to deal with this BS. So I kind of feel for him a little bit. So let's talk about the first story.
Would you like me to read it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can read it.
Hello, guys. This is my life. These are my decisions. Brainwashed Native American teen who ran away with Ezra Miller insists they weren't groomed after their parents lodged protective order against the Flash star. The other parts is really hard to read. It's very small. If you want to read it, you can go ahead. If you think the
yeah. Okay. I'll read the bullet points and I'll kind of feed you in the whole story because there's a lot to read around here. One quick point. Apparently Gibson. She goes by the name Gibson. Her real name is Rotaka Rakata Iron-Eyed. That's her name. She belongs to the nation of
nation.
Yes, so she's Native American. So you know that thing kind of works a little bit different. She belongs to the nation of. Let me see if I can find it. Eventually, she's 18, but according to her nation, the parents are allowed to do what they did, like protective custody, because she's not legal age until she's 21 in their nation. That's what I wanted to say, because they involve the police, but she's 18, and some people make the case, well, she's 18, now there's nothing that can be done. But according to her customs, she's not of legal age until 21, so it's a little bit different for them. So
okay.
Get that out the way. Okay. Ezra Miller, 29, has been accused of grooming and brainwashing Tokata Iron Eyes. I destroyed it. I'm sorry. A member of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, right? So that's the tribe. She's not legal until 21. Tokata, 18, who now goes by name Gibson. I'm just going to call her Gibson. Jesus, what is this?
No.
Goes by the name Gibson. Shared a video on Instagram Thursday. Gibson wanted to clarify that they were the ones releasing their own statements, not Miller or anyone else. She's referring to a statement because, anyway, she ended up leaving with Ezra Miller, and then she ended up running some statements, and people claim that it was Ezra Miller writing those statements, not her. She then uploads a video on Instagram basically saying, no, that was me, not Ezra. Okay, the statement Gibson is referring were posted on Instagram Tuesday and claimed that Miller has only provided loving support and individual protection. Their parents, Chase and Sarah, have lodged a protection order in the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe Court in North Dakota against the actor on behalf of Gibson. The lawsuit contains startling allegations against the troubled star, including that they plied their child with LSD and other drugs when they were minors. DailyMail.com can reveal the actor also allegedly tried. Daily Mail can reveal the actor also allegedly tried to get into bed with Gibson during a trip to London when Gibson was just 14. The parents last saw their child in Santa Monica on May 29th in a Harwin Street encounter after Sarah and Chase flew from their home. Miller and Gibson jumped into a taxi after being confronted and sped off. Sarah told DailyMail.com in an exclusive interview, "I'm fearing for her safety." Yes, so I'm just going to tell you how they met. Apparently, they were big fans of Ezra because of the Fantastic Beasts movies. They do a lot of activist work. Ezra Miller does a lot of activist work, like with other actors, like AOC and.
Well, I think here's the real question, right? And I think that's probably what the title of this video is going to be. What is Warner Brothers going to do with Ezra Miller? Because whatever's going to happen legally is going to happen legally. And we're in a weird situation where we didn't like the fact that Warner Brothers treated Johnny the way he did without proof coming out first. Yes. Are we gonna take the same stance for Ezra?
So according to Warner Brothers, and well, not according to Warner Brothers, they have not made a statement, but from the reports is that Warner Brothers is going to fire Ezra for any next films after The Flash. Have they fired him yet? Some outlet says yes, some outlet says they're planning to. So there's no official statement. So we don't know. These are allegations. So if I have to play fair, I don't want to play fair. I don't want to play fair, but sometimes the rules need to protect the worst of us so that the best
So
of
the
us,
best of us, yeah.
So he
I'll
there
say it,
hasn't
bro.
been
I'll
I
say
have
it. I'll go there. I'll go there. I'll go there.
wait, hold up before you say anything. There's something else to the story, and it might set you off, and I'm keeping it to the end. But go ahead.
I think based on the allegations from the tribe and based on the current age of Gibson, Iron, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to pronounce
Just
the
go
name
Gibson.
correctly.
Yeah, go Gibson. She goes by Gibson.
That I think the tribe's allegation may be true. I think it's more likely to be true than it is to be false.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I think since Warner Brothers has already set the precedent with Johnny about whatever's going on in regards to, or whatever happened in regards to his abuse allegations. The same stick, bro. You gotta wield that same stick in the exact same way.
Yeah. Okay.
What's to set me off?
Okay.
Bro,
So
you seem so nervous. I've never seen this nervous.
because this is gonna go in a direction that might be dangerous.
Let's hear it.
So we heard the allegations that when she was 14, he tried to slip with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gibson is non-binary. Ezra Miller identifies as they them. There's also a story of a 12-year-old. Give me a second if I can pick it up. Jesus Christ, the internet doesn't want this to be known. Ezra Miller is hit with a fresh restraining order after pressing up against non-binary child 12, accusing youngster moms of being a witch and brandishing a gun after accusing women of cultural appropriation. There's also a story where apparently Ezra went to they were like at a home, and like he threatened somebody with a gun. The children felt really uncomfortable around him because he said that your child, Jesus Christ, he said, not me. He said,
or they said,
Jesus, he said that their child is extremely special and they will be lucky to have a mentor like myself to guide them.
no way.
He did. First of all, if someone ever told me that, some creep ever told me that my child will be lucky to have you as a mentor, and then you threaten my guests at my own home, why is this guy even in your damn home? I mean, she's what, like 14?
See, now to me, I think he has to be mentally ill, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But how is he getting onto these movie sets and no one's noticing how mentally ill he might be?
You know what's crazy? You know he was in Fantastic Beasts movie where they kicked out Johnny, right?
Was he?
He was.
He was.
He was.
He was like that weird character. I know you're talking about. Holy.
Yes. And there's also, let me get the allegation because I don't want to read this because I don't want people thinking I'm making it up. Around here, it said something extremely freaking creepy. If this is true, I'm sorry if this is going to set you off or whoever's going to set people off.
Be warned. We should put a disclaimer on the video.
Okay. I'm going to start from here and then, okay. Ezra Miller aggressively got in her face, calling her the B word and asking her, what are you putting makeup for? You FB. Ezra also called Gibson a thief, B.
Thieving.
And a C. The papers also allege Miller told Gibson they had a sex addiction and they eventually convinced her to have sex with him in January this year to help cure it. They continue. Ezra's behavior shows a pattern of sexually predatory behavior.
And that's that's the person that's 12.
That's the person that was 18, Gibson. The
Okay.
one so if you are being groomed, you're not gonna know you're being groomed, right?
For the most part, yes.
Especially because they know each other since 14. I mean, the guy tried to sleep with her, according allegedly to this, he tried to sleep with her when she was 14. So it's been 4 years of potential manipulation in his part. There's also the 12-year-old. Well, the 12-year-old, Ezra basically walked up to him, gave him his Instagram, and they followed each other back, but it was a really cute extent. I don't know how I feel about 12-year-old having Instagram, and I don't know how I feel about grown-ass man talking to my 12-year-old about you're really gifted and you should pursue fashion.
Yes, it's definitely a very uncomfortable subject.
These are some serious allegations. So although they're allegedly, he needs to answer for this because he needs to get ahead of this because this is serious stuff. I mean, you know what? Let's go for it because let's no hold bars. This what was happening in Florida with the whole grooming of children and what's going on now with introducing they them pronouns and teachers kind of coming out to kids about their sexuality. And we previously talked about how in the gay community you were told that usually people's first experience, man's first experience, is with an older gentleman, right?
Yeah, I've made this point. Yeah, multiple
and we
times.
have talked about this multiple times on how even when in Texas when they were having kids, right, in a what I forgot what it was, but they were having kids on a transgender
drag shows and stuff like that.
Drag queen show, and there were other reports of like drag shows being introduced in schools.
Yeah,
and now you have Ezra Miller introducing himself as they them. I mean,
it's a slippery slope, man.
And then Gibson,
hey, bro, also, you know what's crazy about this, bro?
Yeah.
What's really crazy about this is that all of this could have been not avoided. People could have seen this coming. There's a author, I think from France. I'm forgetting the name. I'm forgetting the name of the book, right? But the idea of this entire thing was that eventually, once you started to accept, as far as I remember, once you start to accept people's sexual preference, that then all holds bars disappears.
Yeah,
it goes from, well, why can't people do this, right? And for the most part, I would agree that adults should be free to pursue whatever they want to do sexually.
Yeah,
within legal means, such as you're allowed to pursue whatever sexual pleasures you want to pursue, as long as it doesn't come at the cost of someone else.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about children.
Yes.
Because if you can just pick whatever gender you are,
yeah,
why can't you pick whatever age you are? Why can't age be just as fluid? What is time? You know what I mean? It makes the entire system so wacky.
Yeah.
That it I don't know, bro. I don't want to talk about this shit, bro.
Yeah,
I have a baby sister. You have a baby sister. I'm
I mean, I just have questions. I mean, you were talking about a 12-year-old non-binary kid, so we are assuming these are pretty liberal parents that allow, they were okay with it, because Ezra Miller basically told Gibson's parents that he was not interested in females, and when did Gibson realize that she was they them? Was it when she met Ezra and he became
before or after?
Before or after, and they were liberal parents. I mean, we're talking about activists. They were hanging out with AOC and Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio is just activist shit. So I don't know if it has anything to do with it. But AOC, you know how she is, extremely liberal and open and yada, yada, yada. So you have parents that probably saw her coming out, be like, I'm they, them. They were accepting of it. Then you have Ezra Miller, a famous actor, saying, oh, I have zero interest in females. And then, we have the story about, hey, I have a sex addiction and you can cure it. Trying to sleep with a 14-year-old, it's 4 years. I mean, what were the parents? I have a lot of questions, man. I have a lot of freaking questions.
We need more answers. I'm sure we'll get more answers in the coming days.